This is how we work with digital articulator. It's positioned by the fact that facial scanner autonomously mark the arbitrary hinge axis due to the Cantus-Tragon method. Here you can see that we can integrate the tomography with facial scans. It's very useful in the cases. Here you can see how we integrate the data from facial scanner with the tomographies. It's very useful in implantological cases. Here you can see the tomography and the design. And also on the right, you can see the scan bodies overlaid on the patient's actual teeth. These are the telescopic crowns. And here you can see the old denture, the telescopic crowns, and the new project of the teeth overlaid on the same scans. Let's talk about advantages of working with the facial scanner. Please focus on the fact that we can enable accurate smile design without the risk of errors due to incorrect photographies. 3D scans solve that problem. I have been working with facial scanner for the past year and a half. It has been a challenging period, yet incredibly inspiring, completely transforming my perspective on prosthodontics. This advanced tool has revolutionized my methodology and treatment process, enabling me to achieve significantly better outcomes, both functional and aesthetics. This revolution was made possible thanks to the dedication and close collaboration with my friends. Paweł Baziuk from SDent, who provided me with the RayFace scanner, and Tomasz Augustyn and his team at Technicans, who with incredibly patience endured my constant changes in treatment protocols and adjustment in the process. I will discuss all the mentioned advantages in detail based on the cases presented below. Each case has been carefully selected to easily explain the benefits and functions of the facial scanner through their examples. This allows us to better understand how scanner improves the quality of work in the fields of prosthodontics and implantology. In the first case, you can see the woman with missing teeth, canines in the place of lateral incisors, a crossbite, and a general lack of harmony and aesthetics. Presenting this case will illustrate how the facial scanner can be utilized for treatment planning that addresses these complex challenges. Due to generally good condition of the teeth, it was crucial for me to use minimally invasive grinding. However, the large size of the canines, which we needed to reshape into lateral incisors, naturally leads to greater preparation. It was the first case where we utilized the facial scanner to plan extent of tooth preparation. With this technology, we were able to precisely determine how much material needed to be removed to achieve the desired effect. At the same time, patients have very high aesthetic expectation. For this reason, before proceeding with prosthetic treatments, we conducted a digital workshop. Then we discussed the entire project with the patient in detail, incorporating her feedback and making necessary corrections. This allowed us to adjust the grinding process to patients' individual requirements. This approach was a key to achieving an optimal aesthetic outcome while preserving the health of the tooth structure. Opposite my workstation, I have placed a large monitor where I display a translucent dental design. You can see it here, overlaid on the patient's actual teeth. This approach allows me to precisely adjust the extent of the tooth preparation to the plane designed. In this case, the challenge lies in adapting to the straight profile of the central incisor emergence chosen by the patient, visible from the side, as well as the size and the shape of the canines, which we have to transform into lateral incisors. From the experience, we know that designing a flat profile teeth naturally expands the preparation. technicants tend to overbuild the arches and the profile of the incisal tooth, which can create the impression of the barrel-shaped teeth. The ability to analyze the shape of the prosthetic work design not only from the front but also from the profile allow us to avoid usual hesitation about whether the teeth will be too protruding and to adjust the preparation to the aesthetic conditions. In my opinion, the DSD should start to include the analysis of the profile, which is essential for achieving the satisfactory aesthetic effects. Notice how minimal preparation was in this case. I must admit that if I hadn't had the design in front of me, I would have ground this teeth down much more. Here we can see the intraoral scan with preparation, and this is the project overlaid on the preparation, visible from the front and from the profile. Here we present the comparison of the effects before and after the treatment. Here we can see the visual effect of the work a year after its completion. As visible, the periodontal health is very good. The smile appears aesthetic, and I think that function is also preserved, despite the presence of orthodontic defect before. Okay, on the next slide, we present the patient after preliminary periodontal preparation aimed at treating periodontitis. It's important to note that the visual elongation of the teeth we observe is not an effect of the treatment itself, but it's a result of advanced disease process. Periodontitis can lead to the loss of supporting bone, making the teeth appear longer. Moreover, due to the asymmetry of the jaw mass, the entire smile line is skewed to the one side. The asymmetry affects the aesthetic perception of the smile. What is more, this patient suffers from partial paralysis of the upper lip. What is the common situation? And we have always need to check that. Panoramic X-rays, we can see the progress of the treatment, including numerous of endodontic procedures, the radectomy of the tooth 1-6, and periodontal actions. Additionally, at the early stage of therapy, the tooth 3-6 was removed and the prosthetic bridge was created in its place. This step was taken before finalizing the decision to undergo the full therapy. Okay. This slide showcases the digital smile design process undertaken at that time. The project on the right has been tailored to meet specific aesthetic requirements. The decision to give the teeth, which tend to be elongated and narrowed by the periodontal treatment, a square shape, aims to optically widen them. The design also includes an adjustment by slightly elongating the dentition on the left side compared to the right side to ensure symmetry along the midline. The patient exhibits partial paralysis of the lip on the right side. However, in this case, it's priority to maintain parallelism relative to papillary line rather than conforming to the shape of the lip arch. See that the standard of DSD would be improper in that case. In my opinion, working without face scanner will result in many corrections in that case. You can see the facial scans illustrating the design plan alongside the teeth that have been prepared by grinding. Here we can see the same scan viewed from the side. Please notice how the teeth protrusion was limited despite the relatively conservative preparation. It's important to communicate to the technicians the need for modulating the thickness of the applied porcelain according to the requirements. Given that the tilt and convexity of the tooth profile are very crucial aspects of the design, a uniform thickness of applied porcelain throughout the entire preparation can significantly worsen the aesthetic reception. Excessive preparation, on the other hand, can lead to the pulp necrosis. For this reason, it is valuable to carefully plan the extent of preparation and the shape of the work even before starting the treatment. Tomography can also be used to assess the extent, shape, and degree of obliteration of the tooth chamber. And we can overlay this on the project. Okay, here we can see the condition after fitting temporary crowns. Please notice how shape of papilla changed during the time. Okay, this is the smile with temporary crowns. And here you can see the condition after periodontal therapy and restoring proper condition through the placement of temporary crowns. Thanks to appropriate shaping of contact points, some papilla have developed into knife-edge shape, completely filling the black triangles. You can see this papilla here. I think it's a good effect due to lack of hygiene of the patient before. Okay, here we can see the intraoral scan and the photographies made by my friend Bogdan in laboratory. Okay. On the left down corner, you can see the condition month after delivery of the work. The patient hygiene is not good, but we terrorize him a little bit, and half of a year later, the condition of the gums is very well. And here you can see the results of the work and state before and after.